him, or at least knowing how effective this actually is without him. So you can check him out down in the description down below. And let's get straight into this. So the weapon we are going to be taking a look at here today is the Kneecapper Auto Pipe Rifle, and damage is not what you're looking for here. What you are looking for though is the legendary prefix that, in my opinion, is literally lasts a few seconds when using this weapon. And once again, it's not really based on damage. This weapon is used to cripple your enemies and then finish them off with a different weapon. So once you've crippled an enemy within seconds of using this weapon, you can then switch to a different weapon and finish them off that way. You can see in the video, the weapon I do end up switching to is an explosive damage shotgun. Once again, probably being one of the most sought after legendary weapons in the game. You can see in the background how much damage this explosive shotgun actually does here. But in general, the Kneecapper legendary prefix really is one of the most useful ones you can have, especially on those harder difficulties, and it's something that I personally overlooked completely when going through my first 2 playthroughs on the game. So how do you get a weapon like this, or how do you get the Kneecapper on certain weapons? And this, of course, is through legendary enemies. Once again, this isn't really specified to one weapon. In my opinion, once again, it is better on the auto pipe rifle just for effectiveness. Once again, we're not looking for damage here. You know, for the fire rate, for the ammo type, and just in general, pipe, weapons in the game are a lot easier to get from legendary enemies than other weapons in the game. But once again, it's from legendary enemies, so you can either farm for legendary enemies. In fact, I have done a top 5 legendary farming spots in the game in a video compilation. If you guys do want to check that out, that will be linked down in the description down below. Or you can just play for the game normally and hope you get this dropped from a legendary enemy. So this is just one of those videos that I guess is the purpose behind this is just to say, do not overlook the Kneecapper legendary prefix. And who knows, maybe you've overlooked it already. Maybe you already have one of these in your inventory or stored somewhere that you can go back and check out just to see if you do have a weapon similar to this. But anyway,
only to mildly annoy the creatures in the glowing sea. Well, not quite. The humble pipe rifle is actually the single most overpowered gun in the entire game. It causes Deathclaws to bend the knee to your every whim, behemoths to quiver in fear, and Queen Mirelurks to relinquish their crown in humble obeisance. Obeisance? Why do I keep giving myself words that I don't know how to pronounce? Limb, if I remember correctly. As you can see, it has what is called the... Not the easy... Well then. And we really got the drop on these guys. Severely underestimated how awesome I am. Oh, frick nuggets, you are the best. Well, that's a weird sentence to have come out of your mouth, actually. So I will show you that. It's down here at Walden Pond.
doctors around these days. Should let me take a look at you.
What's new, Doc?
Not nothing. Sorry. Just trying to practice medicine.
Actually, I need some supplies for the road.
All right, but go easy on the chems.
So dead! Looks solid.
Excellent.
Yeah, I love anime. I think my parents Avatar The Last Airbender.
The hell?
I really like SpongeBob and
Yes.
Not really sure why people continue to travel from different places. Go drink, go clubbing. Literally in the middle of an oasis right now in the desert in Peru. Watching the sunset. How are you gonna tell me that going to Atlanta is better than doing this? What that? Not really sure what.
That's 105 Milton. It's a 13th floor building, 60 years old. It's the site of a horrible event from 1982. Muriel Gay, 19 of Laval, and Sylvie Trudell, 27 of Three Rivers, were victimized by a serial killer who was living here after being released from Bordeaux prison by accident. Line up, everyone!
I suppose that's something
You
worth building.
wanted to make me a second printing press while you're at it.
You can never have too much protection.
So where are we off to next? Should be a fine day for a walk. Should be a fine day for a walk. Fresh flowers. What brighten this place up? Rather be off murdering our minds. This will do.
sight. He's back up! He's back! They're putting down our squad! Damn it!
take it than some wasteland scavenger.
response,
Soto bumps, ends up throwing it away. Who is this?
Unknown player from the Philippines who has been blowing up for his insane vert and effortless dunks. Well, this is Ren Zamando, and he may be the greatest player that you've never heard of. See, in the Philippines, basketball is the most popular sport, Shadoyashi, and the unanimous favorite Filipino-born player is undoubtedly Ren. But you're probably wondering, if he's so loved and so talented, Why isn't he in the NBA? Well, back at college, Renz was an absolute monster. He played for the Lechon Knights in Manila, which is the second biggest city in the country. Here, Renz led his team to a national championship, where he was voted the NCAA's MVP and also Rookie of the Year. So in June of 2022, he decided to forego his final season of eligibility and signed with a pro squad in the Korean basketball. In his rookie season in South Korea, Renz won the KPL Championship, the Slam Dunk Contest, and the 3v3 All-Star Game. He quite literally swept the entire league like anything he could win. And when you watch him, it makes sense.
What you watching?
You did? I figured that. That's how your dad's gonna react. I'm sure.
Fuck, man! Are you okay? Yeah, what? Get mad! Let's start the door, that's it! I don't get scared, man. My
Listen to your problem. You've got radiation. We should get more ammunition soon. And never.
situation. Captain Mitch Dunleavy, 132nd Engineering Corps at Sentinel Site Prescott. All lines of communication are down, and we're tracking multiple inbounds on radar. This is a drill. We need confirmation immediately. We've got a lot of nervous soldiers over here, Command. This is the big one. They want to head home to their families before it's too late.
Oh yeah, please. Thank you. Thank you. I'll save it for later.
state your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
It's all right, brother. I am a child of Atom, too. I'm part of a church up north, the Nucleus, near a town called Far Harbor.
Far Harbor? You've seen Atom's holy veil, but you have traveled so far. I apologize. I will not keep you from finishing your pilgrimage. Take this, and prepare to enter his inner sanctum. Follow the brilliance of the glow, and it shall lead you to the relics. May Atom's radiance warm your soul.
Oh, that's so good. Thank you.
It's okay, so you leave it like a...
Yeah, you can close it.
No, it's okay. I just want it less light. I don't like the bright light. Yeah.
May Atom guide you, brother.
Hmm. That's good.
Of course, it's love. That's why it's good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
His athleticism is off the charts. He jumps over 40 inches. He blocks everyone from guards to centers, and has some of the nastiest posters that you will ever see. Oh, man, he's doing this all standing at just 6'1". The issue, though, no Filipino
Looks like the Mark 28s are going to do the trick. That was a good find. I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime bombs remain stable after they're loaded into the pack. It won't be too much of a problem. Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
Everything you think you're
It's
good
a little
at,
early to
there's
begin
always that one
celebrating,
Filipino
Proctor Ingram.
player is always
We
better
haven't
than
fully
you.
thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep the system stable are gonna hold.
I've just come home, and I won't be.
I have full confidence in the abilities of everyone.
Why
I
did Top
appreciate
agree
that.
to take part
Proctor, all the
Why
readouts
did
look
Top
green.
agree to take
I think
part
it's
in
time for you
Squid
to
Game
perform
2
the
for
power
free?
shunt.
You probably
Actually,
didn't know.
I think I'm gonna let
Can I
you
show
press the
y'all
button.
something?
After all, without your help,
Hey, is
you'd
that
still be
Andrew?
staring at a pile of disassembled parts. It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
I get various streamers on my For You page. Yeah, she one of the bros.
Liberty Prime, back online.
Alright, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test
Worry about it.
initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime, Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
It's just normal, but just like suddenly a flash of
readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis.
see your reaction.
All systems nominal. Weapons hot.
If there's an SSR, it would.
Warning. Nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning. Power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
Got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
I just want to get a.
With him on our side, I don't see how the Institute even stands a chance.
I couldn't agree with you more. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
Damn. I didn't get anything for you.
Oh, sure you did. It's that big metal behemoth standing over there. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible. Look, I'm really busy, and I'm not in the mood for talking.
gotta stretch. You just gotta. If you pull something here, dude, it's over. Wraps. Your whole climbing career is done. Oh, hold up. I gotta show you the beta first. You're gonna do that without the beta. That's crazy. Watch. You're gonna want to dip low on this one.
When's the last time you gambled? Never. I never ever gambled.
Developed by...
This is major breaking news. 929,000 businesses have shut down in 2024, bigger than the lockdowns in 2020. 929,000.
That's so far. You know, my brothers, right? They were walking down Kensington Market in Toronto, which is a very well-known street for restaurant businesses.
Yeah, I've been there once.
And most of them closed. Lots of them had eviction notices noting they owe a year's worth of rent, which is like, for some of them, $300,000. And these were once very like successful.
Amazing. People just, you know what, to rent and maintain a place is hard to do. So that's why a lot of people do just online business instead. It's not easy. Our economy and market is fucked.
At least you can you start a restaurant in Animal Crossing?
We can?
Can you?
No. I know some other people have like bars or something in there.
Oh, you just can do it in Animal Crossing.
So I've got the knuckle sandwich painted up. Is there any requests on what I should hit with this? I was thinking a watermelon, but yeah, some kind of soft target, because I don't know how strong a 3D printed part is. But I guess we'll find out. So I've got the knuckle sandwich painted up.
According to last year's census, Indians have surged past the Chinese and are about to overtake the British too to become our most dominant migrant group.
Attention all personnel. I'm disappointed I need to address this, but unsanctioned social contact with Commonwealth natives is strictly prohibited. Anyone who is engaged in such fraternization should report to Night Captain Cade for immediate decontamination. That is all.
members of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything suspicious, it is your duty to report it immediately. We live in enemy territory now.
There. That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't have to worry about her getting out if we weren't on the ship.
Your concerns are noted, Scribe. Give Proctor Ingram my thanks for letting me borrow you.
If you're looking for ammunition or weapon mods, Proctor Tegan might have what you need.
Lancer Captain Kells is one of the finest officers I've ever had the pleasure of serving under.
Don't have the key.
Liberty Prime is the linchpin of our operation. We certainly follow Ingram's orders to the letter.
Migrant nearly $400,000 a year just for him to tell them there's too many white people in the country. Here he is asking, why is it there are
So that's where we're heading first. And you're going to want to come over here to this little pipe here and...
Act like the person you want to become. That's not fake it till you make it, by the way. This is intentional.
Alright, I make the face, you make the sound. Ready?
Alright, let's go.
End up eating some pretty questionable things to stay alive.
Whoa. You just hold that shout to get me a little lightheaded.
Okay, we're not gonna get that.
Bro, are you gonna jump?
Wait! I can tell the panels apart.
Let's have some fun, I want to take a ride on your disco.
not.
Getting a bit of twitch on prod 3.
Attention. Halberd pilot to station Epsilon. Halberd pilot report to station Epsilon.
Welcome
That is
aboard,
all.
brother.
So, you're the new knight, I heard. Glad to have you on the team.
Redwood in town. Institute doesn't have a chance. Now that Dr. Lee's arrived, I'm certain she'll be vital to the Brotherhood's success.
Jennifer is not my real name. You're using an alias?
I don't know about Scribe Naraya. I think she'd love it's her little zoo a bit too much.
Supposed to please you, am I supposed to please
In 1983, a young man rented a shared apartment from a landlord. After signing the lease, the landlord mentioned that the other tenant was shy and shouldn't be disturbed. The next day, the young man moved in and decided to knock on his roommate's door to introduce himself, but there was no answer. Figuring the person was asleep or just private, he brushed it off. A few days later, while in his room, he heard the sound of a door creaking open. Realizing it was his roommate's door, he thought this was finally his chance to meet him. He got up to say hello, but before he could reach the door, the apartment's front door slammed shut, indicating someone had left. Shrugging off the odd encounter, he returned to his room and went to sleep. The next morning,
Wait there.
he noticed the roommate's door was slightly open. Curious, he peeked inside. To his shock, the room was completely empty. No bed, no belongings, just a single chair in the corner facing the wall. Uneasy, he stepped closer and saw something disturbing. A small hole in the wall that provided a clear view of his bedroom. Alarmed, he called the landlord for an explanation, but froze when a phone began ringing from inside his room. Terrified, he locked himself in the bathroom and called the police. When the police arrived, they searched the apartment and found the landlord hiding under his bed. It turned out the apartment wasn't his, the lease was forged, and the landlord was a squatter. In 1983, a young man rented a shared apartment.
Thanks.
The man
Make sure you
covered
clear
his
up before you head out.
Want my water?
Alright,
Can't talk right now. Gotta clean the Mirelurk scat off my boots.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick.
thank you, look.
That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack.
Hey,
What do you mean?
over here. Hey,
I'm listening.
wait there.
I'll keep the area secure.
Thank you.
Proctor Ingram.
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep the system stable are gonna hold.
I have full confidence in the abilities of everyone here.
I appreciate that.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
Now that we have intelligence on the Institute, we can use it against them to gain the upper hand.
You did not have fruits. I think that's what you're missing. Vitamin C.
Girl clothes are so weird. Like I'm folding this right now.
Morning. God would be awful.
You gotta be careful.
A little capoeira here.
Oh, here we go. Whoa. I mean, talk about telegraphing it now.
I know, Michael.
Do a little dance before it. Morning.
God would be awful.
You gotta be careful.
Bellnet Alpha at 93%.
It's not.
Attention! This is a reminder. All recovered technology must be presented immediately to Proctor Quinlan for evaluation. Anyone found in possession of undocumented technologies will be subject to inquiry and punishment.
You're an inspiration to us all, Knight. Do us proud.
Yes.
Keyboard jockey, huh? Did not see that coming.
Nice work bringing Dr. Lee back into the fold. Now, there's something you need.
it looks dead, put one more in its head for good measure. Why take the chance? Liberating the Commonwealth is a huge responsibility, but we'll get the job done.
Feel free to have a look at the specimen. Didn't you want to hear about my experiment?
I heard that Elder Max and others smell these.
I must commend.
If you find any technical documents, you should bring them to Proctor Quinlan for analysis.
The Institute and the technological abominations need to be stopped at any cost. Don't despair, brother. We're here to save them. At the orders, brother.
Wow, it's so cold. Ugh. Minus 9 degrees, baby.
Tomorrow?
Like, yeah, minus 9 to minus 13. So I have to dress up warm.
Oh my.
And Sundays minus 11 to minus 15.
Hmm.
Whew. I have that planned, so. Damn. Gonna be snowing too. Snowing a lot.
Our vertibirds should give us the air superiority we need to win this war. Maxon might appear compassionate, but I can assure you, the Institute will fix his craft.
Glad to see you've returned safely from the Institute, brother.
Not like this for fun right now.
Shot! Take long.
For fun right now.
So, Canada's immigration department has uncovered over 10,000 fraudulent student acceptance letters just in this
Excuse me.
Liberty Prime, back online.
Let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and a battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning: nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning: power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
Got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
He's no match for Institute technology.
You say that now, but wait until you see the big guy in action. You'll change your tune. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
It'll do, I suppose.
Well, that's gratitude for you. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
why you like this, huh? Why did you like this and not send it to me?
Who's that?
It's your cat in the car dragging his baby back. Why'd you like it and not send it?
Well, I don't really send you cat stuff. I just send you boo-boo doo-doo stuff.
Oh, it's you.
You know what? Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Look at you.
Only thing better than getting pissed is picking. Right, am I right?
Now, where did I put my script?
Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load.
Dog meat. Come on, boy. It's time to go.
You can't be serious.
Hey.
Blue, come on. Carry something.
Hey. Wait there. Hey. Grab that. Get that.
Thank you. Huh? No, I'm good. Thank you.
Generation Fallout games, it's tough to beat Fallout 4, until you start talking about the storyline for the main quest, that is. Then things take a dark turn very quickly. I don't think there's any contestation when I say that Fallout 4's main story, well, calling it an incomplete, incoherent mess is probably an insult to incomplete, incoherent messes everywhere. But it's not like the Fallout 4 story is completely beyond redemption, right? Well, that's why today, Gray's detective agency is on the case and ready to present our findings for 5 easy things Bethesda most certainly should have done to fix the main questline in Fallout 4. And just in case there was any doubt whatsoever, spoilers to a 9-year-old game. Okay, this sounds like a non-issue. What in Adam's glow is removing Mama Murphy going to accomplish? Well, you see, Fallout 4's main story has one major disconnect. Okay, it has several, but we'll address each of those in their own due time. But the biggest one that tends...
Elder Maxon.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
I'm not sure I like how you're asking me that.
And I don't appreciate being betrayed by my own soldiers. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Dance is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Dance are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
After everything I've done for the Brotherhood, you have some nerve accusing me of lying.
Your outburst leads me to believe I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Dance is a synth. He represents everything we hate. A monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Dance and execute him.
Isn't there some other way?
Absolutely not. My decision is final. Listen. I'm not blind to the fact that Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Station keeping maintained. Thruster stable.
Attention, Bravo 6-4, report to Armor Bay 2. Bravo 6-4 to Armor Bay 2.
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming.
Sorry about this business with Dance.
He'll be missed.
Doubtful. I wouldn't miss a synth any sooner than I'd miss a transistor radio. I was merely sorry that you'd been duped. No matter. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Dance had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? That's all you have to say? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show him the respect that he's due. Or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Dance.
Yes, sir.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, sir.
With Mama Murphy. Mama Murphy is just sort of a cheap callback to earlier Fallout games using some supernatural ability to see the future, but conveniently is missing the important bits, like your son's a geriatric dick now, or how about you just go straight to the glowing sea and get it over with. What she does is tells you to go directly to Diamond City and that your son is most definitely still alive. Without her telling you these things, there's little motivation for us to treat our search as time sensitive, and we don't really have much of a reason to travel directly to Diamond City. Now, we don't want to get rid of her completely, because Mama Murphy's presence is the motivation of the raiders in Concord to have trapped the Quincy survivors in the Museum of Freedom, which is a nice piece of world building on the part of Bethesda. But we could, how to put this gently, kill her off before she has a chance to tell the survivor to go to Diamond City. Maybe give her a
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
Aren't you supposed to tell me where Dance went?
Yes, and I promise I will, but before I do, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
That's a bold statement.
It's more than just a statement. It's a plea. Dance is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you. Not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pribwin showed up, Dance had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war US military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated. and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
Going down. Unidentified intruder detected. All begin right there.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
I don't understand what's going on, Dance.
Believe me, this is more of a shock to me than it is to you. I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list, I thought synths were the enemy. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Max even want me alive?
No. But I don't know what to do.
Seems obvious to me. I'm warning you. If you leave here without following your orders, I'll be forced to carry them out. Is that what you want? I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
Why didn't you tell me, Dance?
Because I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
How could you not know that you're a synth?
It doesn't make sense to me either. It just feels like a cruel joke. I remember being a child. I remember growing up in the ruins. Everything. I suppose they programmed that all into my head. I mean, I feel like I've been in control of my entire life. Making my own decisions and determining my own fate. Even though the proof states I'm a synth, I don't feel any different than I did before. I still feel like a human. Why does any of this even matter to you? You're obviously here to carry out Maxon's orders. Does he even want me alive?
No. But I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that this must be difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
If you really feel that way, why did you run in the first place?
The moment I learned the truth, I knew my life was in danger. I'm a soldier, so self-preservation kicked in. I needed to regroup and assess the situation. Once I got here, and I had some time to think, I realized I'd just made everything worse. I should have stayed on the Prydwen and accepted the inevitable. Like I said, I need to be the example, not the exception.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I've made my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
Is there any way out of this?
We both know that this is the right thing to do. If you refuse to follow Maxon's orders, you're undermining everything the Brotherhood stands for. I can't allow that to happen on my account.
No. I won't do it, Dance.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
You're the proof that Maxon's wrong. You're a synth, but everything you've done has been for the good of mankind.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I'm not technology that's gone out of control. I've been a benefit to mankind, not its downfall. Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
Well, consider it soon. You're supposed to be dead.
I think we both know how we can solve that problem. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxim will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Heads up.
Going up.
Bad case of the natural causes while you're out minigunning Deathclaws and the like. Anyway, without her and this conversation, the trail just goes cold in Concord. The game can take sort of a Witcher 3 sort of direction. There's a lot of points of interest you could look at in hopes of picking up the trail again. There's a lot of factions with the resources that could help you in your search. The lack of direction lets you choose, okay, do I want to start searching in Diamond City? Do I want to try Good Neighbor or Bunker Hill instead? Do I want to reach out to the Railroad, to the Minutemen, to the Brotherhood of Steel to get the resources I need to continue my search? Lack of direction may be frustrating to some players, but sort of expected when you're trying to solve a 58-year-old missing persons case. There's just not a lot of evidence left to go on beyond what Sean intentionally left behind to lead you to Kellogg. This lets you explore the Commonwealth with a legitimate lack of urgency without ever forgetting what is most important to the sole survivor, finding their child. But that motivation also falls flat for a lot of players, so let's go ahead and jump straight to our next fix. The point of tutorials is they're supposed to happen very early in-game to help you figure out the controls and mechanics early enough that you can get into enjoying the rest of the game as soon as possible. But certain things like the settlement building tutorial don't really occur until after about 1 to 3 hours of gameplay, depending on how slow of a player you are and whether you're playing as stealth, tank, whatever your playstyle is. And that's even assuming that you didn't go off the beaten path and start exploring the various markers on your HUD. Now, the tutorials are not the actual issue here, they are the fix. You see, the main problem that many players have with the sole survivor is that they are expected to empathize with the sole survivor. I have a whole video about that here. They have just witnessed their spouse murdered in front of them and their child taken. But when our only exposure to our spouse is a few offhand comments, some kissy-wissy, schmoozy-woozy compliments in front of the bathroom mirror, and a single conversation, and considering the extent of our interactions with the infant Sean is tickling him and spinning his mobile, it's just not enough to get many players emotionally invested in the sole survivor's circumstances. What the sole survivor needs is just more time for players to get to know them, their family, their hopes, fears, and desires. The prologue is simply too short to accomplish that, but if we move tutorials to the prologue, that could give us the time we need to start caring about the sole survivor. Instead of starting our game on the Saturday morning of October 23rd, 2077, why not start Friday afternoon on the 22nd? You're just getting home from work and you catch your face in the rearview mirror as you pull into the driveway. That takes takes place at the character creation screen. You step inside your home where your spouse is waiting to greet you while holding Sean. They ask you how work was, you answer and do the same. Naturally, Nate and Nora would have different responses given that they have different professions, and Sean gets fussy, so they hand Sean over to you and ask you to feed him while they run off to do something. It's not really important. It's just a chance for you to notice that there's this little thing in your arms that is depending on you. This is all mundane daily stuff, not really important or earth-shattering, but it shows you that your character has a role to play within the context of a family dynamic. When your spouse returns, they take Sean and tell you that the new mod you ordered for Codsworth that allows him to refuel himself has arrived, which you know will be important as he spends 210 years alone in your house. They can express how much they know you love tinkering and how much you hate having to refill Codsworth yourself, so they send you off to the shop for some alone time and you head over to a workbench to install the mod. This introduces you to the idea of upgradable items. Just as you finish up with Codsworth, you notice some soldiers on their daily patrol through the neighborhood struggling with a set of T-45 power armor that's stuck and won't move. As you approach the group, the sergeant asks you to keep your distance, but the sole survivor can state that they are a veteran and have seen the issue they are experiencing and knows how to correct it. The sole survivor can pull the fusion core out of the T-45, causing the soldier inside to disembark the suit, then reseating the core fixes the issue and the soldier climbs back in and can move around. You can offer some technobabble solution like older T-45s had issues with voltage regulation and you have to purge the power source to clear the dirty power, something like that. This engagement would serve to expose players to the idea that power armor is going to function very differently in Fallout 4 than in previous Fallout games, and sort of fix that whole question of how does Nora know how to use power armor when she was a lawyer? If she was a JAG officer, that would explain how she has power armor training, experience in small arms, all while having a JD degree, and kind of hint at how Nate and Nora might have met. It could also show that the resource wars aren't going too rosy when martial law is in effect and the streets of America are being patrolled by National Guard. After this encounter, you can head around to your backyard.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
I wish you would have told me the truth, Dance.
I might have, if I'd known what I was. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
Of course not. Synths are the enemy, remember?
All too well. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that this must be difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
I see you've calculated all the variables, just like a machine.
Your anger simply proves my point. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
If you're so eager to die, then do it yourself.
If you leave here without completing your orders, then I'll carry them out for you. Maxon's obviously testing you, and I refuse to be the one who causes you to fail.
Is there...
We both know that this is the right thing to do.
What?
If you refused, I can't allow that to happen on my account.
If it needs to be done, then so be it.
I've never been prouder of you than I am right now, brother. It's been a pleasure serving with you.
Report, Knight. Have you handled the situation with Paladin Dance? Well, out with it already. I don't have time for this, soldier. Am I boring you, Knight?
Surprise assault. Fan out.
Nice try.
Oh, no, you don't.
What is it?
So, you didn't have much fruits today, no vitamin C, no blueberries, and then the meal we just had, there was oil in it. So maybe the oil heated, you drink it, is what dries it. That's what dried grill. And you won't. When did it first start?
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
When did it first start?
As soon as you wrote.
What?
As soon as you notice.
So it was like after dinner. So yeah, so it was probably from dry, like probably the oil that you ate, probably drink not oil.
I know this is tough, but don't ignore me.
You want an apple?
No, I'm okay, thank you. There are many common types in there. Don't forget.
No, that's acidic and it's gonna burn your throat. Have you ever had
I know this is tough, but don't ignore me. Come on, Knight. Say what you have to say. I know this is tough, but don't ignore me. Come on, Knight. Say what you have to say. I never... So.
Of course not. Synth.
Alt. I wish Max, but that doesn't change. If you disagree, synths can't acknowledge either. I need to be...
The empathy that you're showing me?
I approve.
Sure.
I'm ready. Max?
No.
I can't. Why would you do that for me?
You're the proof that Maxon's wrong. You're a synth, but everything you've done has been for the good of mankind.
You're right. I'm not. Right. Perhaps now that...
Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back.
Thank you. The sooner I take my holiday. Now.
Going up. Ground floor.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's still alive. Because you're wrong about him.
Him! Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute.
No mercy. Leave no
dare you betray the Brotherhood? I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed? I don't appreciate being ignored, Knight.
The apple was so good, baby. Thank you. You're smart.
Speak, Knight. This needs to be resolved. Now. I don't appreciate being ignored, Knight. Speak, Knight. This needs to be resolved. Now.
No.
I don't appreciate being ignored, Knight. Speak, Knight. This needs to be resolved. Now. Speak, Knight. This needs to be resolved. Now. Speak, Knight. This needs to be resolved. Now.
Oh no, look at that. We might have to kill them.
I don't appreciate being ignored, Knight.
I want you to empty it because it's almost done. Don't worry, I'll drink some.
Oh no, just a little. Magic. That is almost low.
I don't appreciate being ignored, Knight.
Why?
I don't appreciate being ignored, Knight. Speak, Knight. This needs to be resolved. Now. I don't appreciate being ignored, Knight. Speak, Knight. This needs to be resolved. Now. I don't appreciate being ignored, Knight. I don't appreciate being ignored, Knight. Speak, Knight. This needs to be resolved. Now. I don't appreciate being ignored, Knight. Speak, Knight. This needs to be resolved. Now.
How did you find us?
When I sent you to execute this machine, I suspected you'd have difficulty following my orders. Now that I've arrived, it appears that my instincts were correct. What did it say to you that made you betray the Brotherhood? Why is it still alive?
He's not a thing. He's one of your best men.
Have you taken leave of your senses? Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that?
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Dance. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
You're comparing Dance to a nuclear bomb?
This machine might not be a bomb, but its goal is exactly the same. Place it where you want the damage done, and when you least expect it, it delivers a lethal blow without warning and without mercy. A precision strike delivered right at the heart of the enemy. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory, and some of my memories aren't my own. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide. Know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
After all the sacrifices I've made, and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
Just listen to me. If I've earned any of your trust or respect while I've served with the Brotherhood, then I'd gladly trade it to keep Dance alive.
You value this machine's life that much. So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Dance to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive, which leaves me with only a single alternative. Dance, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight, and your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Prydwen, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of him. I'm returning to the Prydwen Knight. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
Hi.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxim like that.
At least we know he isn't chasing you anymore. If you stay here, you should be safe.
That's an excellent suggestion. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post, but it will have to do. Besides, you're still gonna need my help, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone. Now, you better get back to the Prydwen. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
Can't you come with me now?
You heard what Maxim said. If I'm seen at the Prydwen, at the police station, or at the airport, not only...
Don't let it get close!
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you.
I wish you would have told me the truth, Dance.
I might. I know.
Right.
So.
No. But I'm hoping there's a way.
Look, but that if you sin,
the empathy that you're showing me.
I appreciate. I'm Maxon.
No. I won't do it, Dance.
I can't believe. Why?
I've already lost my family.
You're right.
Whatever you decide to do.
Thank you. The only. The sooner I take my. Now.
Going up.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's still alive.
Him? Dead. It wasn't born by
after
you're a physical. Look, Emil, they can't.
Sure.
You're a.
Dance wants to save mankind, not.
You're as delusional. How can you must though?
It's true. But, and when I heard yours, don't you understand?
It's too late. The Institute is full. My orders.
It's all right. We did our. You convinced whatever you decide.
Touching. Either you execute Dan.
After all this,
very well.
Whether he's human or not.
You're a stubborn man. So, allowing dance, which Dan, you from me should do. I don't miss the. Takes we.
Hey there.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up.
At least we know he isn't chasing you anymore.
That's it. I did. Now, if you ever need me,
can't you come with me now?
You heard what Max. But if you need me,
goodbye, Dance.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet, it will be under happier circumstances.
Hi.
You're making the Brotherhood proud. You're one hell of a soldier. You're one hell of a soldier.
Adjusting internal bayonet pressure. Green lights across the board.
Trying to minimize adjusting compression rate.
Reporting is ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Dance. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned, he's dead. Do you understand?
Understood.
Good. Of course. Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
I'm honored, Elder.
You've earned it by your own actions. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Attention. Delta Team Lead, report to the bridge. Delta Team Lead to the bridge.
Commonwealth looks bad. You should see the capital, Wasteland.
Going down.
Huh?
Paladin Dance.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that. Don't worry, boy. I'll make sure this soldier comes home alive. Remember, we're out here representing the Brotherhood. Let's make them proud.
Going up.
If you ain't been up to see Greg Garden, you should go. Whole place is run by robots.
Should be a fine day for a walk.
I really should study my lines.
We put on some wonderful radio shows. You should listen to them. Nothing
Nothing's more
Yes?
satisfying than a smoking gun and a pocket full of caps.
Fresh flowers. Where is this place at?
Only thing better than getting pissed is picking a fight. Am I right? Yep, I've got it.
Easy living.
Now, where did I go yesterday?
Should be morning soon. Don't suppose you'll be making us breakfast?
We meet again.
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Paladin Dance.
Yeah?
How do you think things are between us?
I think we have the potential to be quite an effective team. If you learn to cooperate.
Your thoughts?
You watch my back, I'll watch yours.
That was all?
Affirmative.
Hey.
Where do you want me?
Huh?
I'd like to help, but you're asking the impossible. That's not possible.
Hey.
Ready.
Heads up.
Awaiting your command.
Dance?
What's up?
Dance. I think it's time for you to leave.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think this is a foolish decision. But it's yours to make. Come back alive, soldier.
Boy! Come on, boy. It's time to go.
Oh yeah, go for it.
At 2 a.m.?
Oh yeah. When you gotta eat, you gotta eat. And salad is light.
You mean the salad that I have, the one that's like you don't like?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
If you work, you eat. It's simple as that. Huh?
Does the Fallout 4 ending make you cry?
Yep.
Do you hate losing companions who you really, really love?
Oh, kills me every time.
Do you hate having to kill the Brotherhood of Steel or the Railroad with no alternative?
Yeah, that kind of sucks a little bit.
Well, we have a workaround.
Yes. By the way, he's Sybe. I'm Ash from the Triple S League, and we've discovered what we think is the best possible ending that was programmed in.
We can consider my serum a qualified success.
I kept my part of the bargain.
So you did. And I'm deeply grateful. It will take years, perhaps decades, to generalize my formula. Still, you have my gratitude. Welcome to make use of my lab. Or help yourself to any of this junk if you want it. In the meantime, I have a lot of experiments to run. Excuse me.
Nice.
Protect and serve.
Into Fallout 4. This is not a glitch. Woohoo!
So I'll scroll down through my quests here. You'll see that I've done the nuclear option and that I've also defended the castle. I have active quests for the Brotherhood and the Railroad and the Minutemen, and we're going to go and visit the various groups, and you can see that this was scripted into the actual possible endings.
Here's the detonator. Sturgis figured.
Ending, a lot of them have unique dialogues that I have not been able to pull up in other ways. So yeah, they're at peace with each other. They're not going to be openly attacking each other. This is really good for creating a stable Commonwealth as aggressive.
Okay. Step 1 is before completing the Reunions quest, you need to complete all of the main and side quests for the Brotherhood of Steel recon team.
This includes talking Brandis down and making him not go so crazy, and then at some point you can go back there and tell him that his friends have arrived, and he'll be like super happy and grateful to you.
So then after doing that, you complete reunions, and you complete Dangerous Minds. So step 2 is to complete Dangerous Minds, but then do not complete Tradecraft or Shadow of Steel.
Shadow of Steel starts as soon as you leave the area where you do reunions. Tradecraft gets activated as soon as you finish up the Dangerous Minds quest. Don't do either of those. Don't advance either of those until you get the main form ranks quest, because if you have the data on how to get into the Institute, when you
do before leaving the Institute. First, I recommend unlocking X688's companion perk. I also recommend checking the highest floor above the cafeteria section of the Institute for a magazine.
From what I hear, that rogue...
Once you reach the highest level, go into this room, go left into the balcony, and you'll be able to find the magazine on the table.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Bingo.
I have every confidence you'll make a fine.
Generation sensor really slow.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs. Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Right here.
Balcony, and you'll be able to find the magazine on the table.
Future is taking...
Most men lack the patience to observe and document plant growth.
Perfect.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Root right here.
Bingo.
I also recommend checking the armor and weapons vendor to see if there's anything you'd like to buy before leaving the Institute.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
You went too far. I'm not the only one who thinks so.
Operating at full capacity.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
And weapons vendor to see.
Solving problems with deadly force is how we do things here.
It must make you proud to see all that Father
Greetings.
has done.
As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
Sure. Let's take.
Welcome. Do you require additional supplies?
Let's see what you got.
Oh. Hmm? Oh, good.
Want more water?
Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you.
go to bed around 2:45 to 3 a.m.
Me?
Us. Or you're not tired yet?
I mean, I can head to bed. Yeah.
No, I mean I meant like around 2:45 to 3. It's 2:20 right now.
Yeah.
You still have a good 20 minutes. Ish. Yeah, together. I mean, we slept good today.
Yeah, we honestly did.
We've only been away for 12 hours.
Yeah.
I just hope tomorrow's gonna go well. I really want our date to happen. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, then it'll be on a Sunday. Sunday's colder, by the way. Sunday, if you go Sunday, it's after my lash. So it's like an hour. Yeah.
Okay.
But hopefully, tomorrow will be nice. Go together, eat lunch, and then head out. Yeah. I just want to go on an actual date with you. Just go out a little bit. It's nice staying home, and also sometimes nice to also move a bit around.
It's good. It's good to have a good.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
Okay, well, I'll brush my teeth and then I'll be reading one.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone. Stay safe out there.
Ready for the next mission, sir?
Let's move out.
Right behind you, sir. Good riddance.
See if there's anything you'd like to buy before leaving the Institute.
Welcome. Do you require additional supplies?
I'll take a look, sure.
Gain this helmet. As you can see, helping Virgil find his FEV serum in the Institute will allow us to speak with Captain Kells and gain this helmet.
You've
earned my respect, Paladin. Not many can say that. Carry on, brother. Ad Victoriam.
Now I will take you through the process of getting banished from the Institute.
Captain Kells?
Ah, Paladin. Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because this mission demands your full attention. Now, before we launch our attack on the Institute, we need to address another threat, the Railroad. They're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge and guerrilla tactics to harass their enemies. Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper, or if we strike them now, we should be able to maximize the amount of damage we do to their organization.
Why is the Railroad such a threat?
Even with their relatively small numbers, the Railroad is a constant threat to our operations. They've already proven to be resilient against superior forces, with a knack for disappearing when cornered. Worse still, they possess the capability to help synths flee the Institute. If we intend to end the synth menace, we need to plug the leaks. Destroying the Railroad hinges on completely eliminating their leadership. Otherwise, they'll simply regroup somewhere else. To that end, here's a list of the 5 targets we believe would cause a catastrophic failure in their chain of command.
Should have buried those idiots when I was dealing with the chip.
Yes. It's quite disappointing that you allowed them to proceed this far. Now, before you depart, Proctor Ingram has additional orders for you to complete.
Our sources tell us that the Railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot in their headquarters. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic Machine, or PAM for short. Cute, huh? They use the robot for complex strategic calculations that are much more efficient than anything we can generate here. If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on Pam's terminal, it will force the unit to return to the Pridwin. I'm certain we could put Pam's computing power to good use. Otherwise, destroy it. We wouldn't want it to fall into the Institute's hands.
Do you think you're gonna cross it?
I'm not really the hacking type.
Then find someone who is and take them with you. I'd hate to see that robot go to waste just because you don't know a terminal from the rear end of a Brahmin.
I hope I don't need to remind you that the acquisition of technology is one of our most sacred tenets. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church and link up with our assault team. They'll provide demolition ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Are you wearing socks?
If you're no good at hacking Pam's systems, you should take someone with you who can.
The simplest method is to kill any uniquely named Institute scientist.
Prepare to be terminated.
The second method is much more complicated, and I will take you through the entire process.
Superstructure integrity green.
After completing
Hull plating
Mankind
stable.
Redefined and Institute Quest,
Adjusting
you
internal
will then
balance
receive
pressure.
Mass
Green lights
Fusion.
across the board.
Speak with Ali Fillmore
Oh.
as I do here.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busy. System delta's at 100%. Secondary delta's standing by.
After speaking with her, you will have the option to inform the Brotherhood of Steel. At this point, it is imperative that you have not yet completed Blind Betrayal, or else you will not be able to speak with Proctor Ingram and inform the Brotherhood of Steel.
Okay.
See you on the bed.
You.
Proctor Ingram and inform the Blind Betrayal, or else you will not be able to speak with Proctor Ingram and inform the Brotherhood of Steel. After speaking with Proctor Ingram, we will then begin Spoils of War. else you will not be able to speak with Proctor Ingram and inform the Brotherhood of Steel.
I'm not surprised, Matt. Nixon sent you. I'll be first to carry
Going up.
After speaking with Proctor Ingram, we will then begin Spoils of War.
Ground floor. Going down.
Are we going to fly? Roger that, Gabbard. We have clearance for release. You might want to hang on, sir. The drop can be a little rough. Never could get used to flying it.
Excuse me, you say, welcome to the Thanos world. I don't know what the fuck are you talking about. Let's get
symbolizes why player 100 appears in the Resurrection Easter egg. The director uses 3 clues to hint that he is the biggest VIP of Squid Game. Player 100 stands out prominently in the teaser, while protagonist Seong Ji-hun is absent, underscoring player 100's influence in the...
You're gonna
Not so
drag
long
that
as you're
juice
carrying
down.
it.
Rather be off murdering a pint. This'll do.
Good.
Only thing better than getting pissed is picking a fight. Am I right? All this walking's wearing me out. Nothing's more satisfying than a smoking gun and a pocket full of cash.